Good morning, you guys. So I am having a good day today. So last week I was feeling like super overwhelmed, honestly, like so overwhelmed by literally everything, by just like trying to plan. Oh, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the start of my video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy. So not to get right into it and start venting to you guys, but that is what I do best on here. So last week I was super duper like stressed out and like overwhelmed by life. I don't know, like sometimes I get in those moods and I feel like I just need like a couple days to like decompress and like disconnect. And I was just having difficulties like focusing on one thing. So I was stressing over like the wedding. I was stressing over financials. I was stressing over helping my mom with the bakery. I didn't let myself decompress since I got back from Florida. So like I just let myself decompress the past 2 days, which was so needed. But now unfortunately I'm behind and I have to post this video tomorrow, the one that I'm literally starting to film right now. So I'm a little behind on filming, which is a bummer, but I just went to Panera and I picked up a couple of bagels and, well, not a couple of bagels. I did my Tuesday deal, you know, the $6.99 deal, and I'm gonna throw them in the freezer. Well, I think I've told you guys this before, but I always like to throw them in the freezer, and then like I don't usually use them all at all in 1 week or even 2. Usually I put them in the freezer, and whenever I want a bagel, I just pull one out. But I'm annoyed because I asked them to give me freezer bags originally, and they did not give me freezer bags, and then they only gave me 2. He's like, is 2 okay? I'm like, I don't know. I have like 5 different types of bagels here. Do you think 2 is okay? Do you want your sesame bagels mixed with your cinnamon crunch? I didn't think so. But I said, yes, 2 is wonderful. Because I'm trying to be chill, you guys. But I'm honestly so annoyed today. So, here to vent again about my crazy neighbor. I'm frustrated because our landlord reached out to us a couple of days ago and he was like, hey, just checking in. Is everything good? Well, we haven't heard from his ass. I really like him, honestly. But like, I'm annoyed because we haven't heard from him in over a month. And one second, you guys, my mom's trying to call me now. We haven't heard from him in over a month about this whole camera situation. So we both texted him and said like, yeah, we want her to have a camera. We think it's a good thing, but the audio is an issue, and it honestly is so annoying that when I walk up to my door, I mean, every time I walk up to my door, if I'm on the phone or anything, we're always talking about like financial issues or like different things that like you would talk about. It's your private conversation. If nobody's there, you typically walking up to your door could continue your conversation. But literally every time we walk up to our door, I have to say to Dominic, you know, like, I'll talk to you about it when we get inside. And that's just annoying because nobody's there. She's not even home. So, anyway, we hadn't heard from our landlord about it at all. So we were just like, whatever. Clearly, it's an okay thing. We're allowed to have cameras. So we ordered our camera, like I told you guys, and we were like, we're not going to put it up. But now we've decided we're definitely putting it up because I'm tired of being listened to. Like, I'm so tired of this lady, and nobody wants to walk up to their door. I'll record a snippet for you, or if I can't, I'll just keep my word for it. You guys, if you've seen a Nest camera, you know, when you walk up to your door, your Nest camera completely lights up like a Christmas tree whenever you walk up to your door. Like, there's no ignoring that we are being filmed. And I think there should be some sort of discreetness to it that isn't like right in my face every single time I walk up to my door. You're telling me you're listening to me when my door is so close to yours. It's one thing to record me, but it's another thing for you to be listening to my conversations when you're not even there. So, anyway, and you're not even a part of my conversations. Like, I don't want her knowing about my YouTube channel. I don't want her knowing my financial situation. I don't want her knowing financial struggles. I don't want her knowing about Dominic and my wedding. Like, I don't know this bitch, and I don't like her. And I don't want her in my conversation, which I think is normal. But it is what it is. They aren't changing anything. So, the landlord reaches out, and he says, just checking in. How's it going? Or he said something like, he said, good morning, just checking in. Just checking in? It's been a month and you haven't told me anything about the camera, if we're allowed to have it in HOA. So that's his response to my long ass text message to him. So I was pretty annoyed, to be very honest with everybody, because I'm just like, literally, if you click into our text messages, you see that I have a long conversation with you and you did not respond to me. And then you texted me, good morning, just checking in. How the fuck do you think I'm doing? I'm not doing well. I'm annoyed. So sorry guys, apparently I'm a little crazy this morning. But so anyway, I say back to him, you know, we're good. We ordered a camera because apparently you're allowed to have doorbell cameras now, with a question mark. And he said, good deal. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. Clearly he doesn't care. We can put up a camera. Well, then, this was 2 days ago. Then yesterday, she takes her camera down. And, like, I probably wouldn't have even told you guys about this whole texting conversation with him if this whole thing didn't happen yesterday. So yesterday, she takes her camera down. When we got home from getting groceries, we see that her camera is no longer there. It was the most amazing feeling. I felt like I could breathe and could speak normally and not have to like censor myself up near my door. And she was home. Like, that's the thing, is even if someone's home, like, you really don't censor yourself because you know they're home, but you don't think they're sitting at their door listening, even though she was at the time back then. She, you know, was putting her ear up to the door. Sorry for all the newbies. If you don't know the whole story, I'll link it down below. But, so anyway, she removed her camera, and so Dominic and I were like, well, maybe like he reached out and he said she still has her camera up, and we were super excited. Honestly, I was like, oh, this is so great. We won't have to put ours up, and that'll be it. Like we won't have to deal with this shit anymore where we can't talk to each other, like literally at our front door. And so anyway, we both were really excited about it. But then at 8:30 at night last night, the AC guy was coming to her house apparently to fix her AC or something. He was parked right in the front of our apartment complex, or like right in front of our apartment basically. So Dominic noticed, because he brought Sunday out, that the guy was standing out there, and the camera obviously was down. And so then I was thinking, maybe she just took the camera down because this guy was coming, and I don't even know. Maybe she doesn't want her landlord to know she has a camera up or something. Or, hypothetically speaking, she might have brought the camera inside to watch the inside since a stranger was coming to her house. But I don't know. All I know is that it's back up this morning. And I'm annoyed because literally you put the camera up to protect yourself and then you took it down when you actually needed to protect yourself. That makes no sense to me, that you're having a stranger come to your house and you took your camera down. Like, you literally have had your camera up for a month, and the only people that have come up to our doors are the FedEx guy, the UPS guy, and us. And you took your camera down the one time you had a stranger coming to your home. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just frustrated, you guys, and I don't know. It's really not even... It's been really easy to ignore the camera, to be honest, because I've just been not looking over at it, but you still know. You still know you're being watched and listened to. And I suppose it is what it is. I guess we got a taste of our own medicine because we obviously have a camera up as well. But we can't hear their conversations, and we wouldn't want to. Like, that's why I really don't want to put our doorbell camera up, because I don't want to listen to her conversations with her kids. I've heard her conversations enough just sitting at my desk with her children. And I've heard her yelling at her kids, mocking her kids, and like being a bitch, honestly. So I don't really want to be involved. I don't want to have to hear her talk to her kids the way she does. So I'd rather just not put our Ring doorbell camera up. But at the same time, I feel like if we have to deal with feeling like we're being listened to at the front door, I feel like she should too. And that's just my feeling. I'm annoyed. I was wishing I could come on here and tell you guys we won the battle, but not the war, if she had taken her camera down. But she didn't. She didn't take her camera down, and it is what it is. We've been ignoring her, honestly, since that first interaction that her and Dominic had, because she's a psychopath. Honestly. Literally crazy. So that's what's been happening here. I hate her. But anyway, you guys, I am going to go home now, and hopefully this rant session was enough of a video in itself, honestly. But I have a lot to do today. I actually want to really clean the house, and I got something really exciting in the mail that I want to show you guys from a company that they sent it to me like last month now, but it's a really pretty bracelet. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to open it with you guys. I will check in with you guys when I get home, and yeah, I will talk to you guys then. Hello, you guys. So, I am about to do dishes, and honestly, I'm surrounded by what you would call a bad week for us. So, it is looking like a straight mess behind me right now, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna make sure that it looks better. It just might take us a minute because there's a lot of dishes in here. But sometimes when your mental health goes to the wayside, your dishes do so as well. So I'm going to work on dishes right now, and I will chat with you guys once I'm done, and we'll see where we're at and how it looks. Hopefully I'm able to get a bunch of them out, but a lot of times what happens is we run out of hot water and then we gotta take a pause. But we're gonna do our best because there's a lot you guys can see all around me. And most of this is, well, a lot of it is because we got new pots and pans, and so we washed the pots and pans rather than washing our actual dishes because Dominic's real weird, and I think, like, I get it, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't be this way. He always wants to, like, wash the pots and pans before we, like, put them away, which makes sense. But I also feel like I probably wouldn't even think to do that if it weren't for him. So we washed all of our pots and pans. They're sitting over there, but we do still have, like, a bunch of lids, if you guys can see. Hopefully you can't, honestly, because it's nasty behind me. But there's a bunch of, like, lids that we still have to wash. But first I'm going to work on all of this stuff that is in our dish, or in our sink, because this is literally only 3 days worth of dishes, and this is what happens when we cook. So I'm going to work on that now.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember.
Okay, you guys, so I've done quite a bit here. I have done as much as I can right now because my whole entire dishwasher is full, and then on top of it, my sink no longer wants me to do dishes because it is cold now. So that is the situation here. But I did get a lot done. I wanted to get it all clean, but I did not yet. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later. We'll see if I get back to it today. If I don't, I will just have to finish them tomorrow. But there are a lot of dishes, honestly. Hello, you guys. It is later on now. I know I be looking crazy today. We're just gonna have to deal with me looking crazy. But I didn't get to finish the dishes, so that's not a big deal. But I did talk to my landlord after I had my conversation with you guys earlier where I shit on him. I feel so bad. Oh my gosh. Of course, this crazy lady is home now. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal and hope that she can't hear me. I'm just gonna be quieter. Maybe I'll move you guys closer so you can hear me better. Let's see here. So, we're having just like a little secret private chat at the moment. But really exciting news. I got a phone call from our landlord, and he said that he completely doesn't agree with the situation whatsoever. But he did reach out to HOA, and they said that there's no rules against it, but because it is a new thing that's happening with the doorbell cameras, they may put a rule in. They just don't have one yet. So he said he's gonna come and take a look around the apartment complexes and and see what the like ratio is of people that have the doorbell cameras and people that don't have doorbell cameras. And he's going to bring all that information, which I know some people do have doorbell cameras in this complex. I just saw it after I had my conversation with him and went on a walk, but it's not very many people compared to the amount of units. So he said what he's going to do is he's going to get like a percentage for the HOA and urge them to make a new guideline, because it really is sketchy. And he completely like was on the same page with me about that. He was saying that like he was going to get a doorbell camera at his house originally, but he felt like it was an invasion of privacy on his children when they would leave and come back. And so like he can't imagine having somebody that not only that you don't really know, but also somebody that you literally don't get along with, or somebody that has been harassing you, have a doorbell camera watching you come up to your door every single day. So he is going to figure that out, hopefully. If nothing comes of it, at least he tried his best, and like I feel better knowing that at least he tried to figure something out. And where like originally I was feeling like I literally shit on him the whole beginning part of this video. But the thing was I wasn't hearing anything from him about his feelings on it, and it felt like I was talking to a wall almost. And so it was just nice to hear that he actually has been thinking about it and that he is going to try to fix the situation. But if he doesn't, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it, but at least your landlord is on our side with it, which is what I was hoping to hear, because if he wasn't, then we have an issue, obviously. We wouldn't want to live here if our landlord wasn't like on our team in that situation, because it's honestly super messed up. So we're going to hold off on putting our camera up until like he does his count or whatever, because I don't really want to do that. And that's kind of what I was explaining to him, was that like I don't want to make somebody feel the way that we have to feel every single time we come up to our door. I don't want to make her and her children feel that way. I would never wish that upon someone. But if we have to feel that way, then it's only fair that she also has to feel that way, honestly, in my opinion, because it's so sketchy. So that is what happened there. It wouldn't be such an issue if like she's ever said a word to us, but instead she's a royal you know what, and hasn't even said a word ever to me, literally doesn't know me, and she's gonna put a doorbell camera up and like have her recording me walk up to my door and me getting my packages and stuff like that. No, not about it. So anyway, he's going to look into that for us, and hopefully he figures something out. But either way, we're stuck here anyway. I know the whole reason that she got it was to intimidate us. It's an intimidation tactic, clearly, because she took it down when a stranger was at her house. It's honestly crazy. But I am going to probably wrap this video up here, honestly. Oh no, I wanted to talk to you guys about the shows that I've been watching. So I don't know if you guys know about that whole like Anna Delvey case. I'm sure you guys heard of it, but I was so fascinated by it when it happened in, I think it was like 2017 or something like that. And they came out with a Netflix series for it, and I highly don't recommend. So basically, if you don't know what the Anna Delvey case is, it was when that girl like lived in New York City, and she kind of like made it like she got in with the socialite crowd, and she had no money to her name and like she was making everybody to leave. She was this rich girl staying at different like places. She was trying to start a foundation, which I'm still like perplexed by, to be honest, because had she not done that, she never would have gotten caught for any of this. Like, I don't know why. She was thinking like way too big, in my opinion. But anyway, the Netflix special on it was 9 episodes long. And if I'm being honest, I feel like it was a waste of my time. Like, I got 3 episodes into it, and I was like, okay, now that I'm 3 episodes into it, my time investment, like, I kind of need to continue to invest my time in it, because I'm already 3 episodes in. But waste of time. Much better investment if you watch the Tinder Swindler, which was amazing. It was an amazing documentary, and it was actually a documentary, which was what happened with the Anna Delvey thing. I thought that the Anna Delvey thing was actually a documentary, but turns out it was not a documentary. It was just a like basically a non-fiction. What is it when it's something that's based off a true story? I still don't know. I think it's fiction, but it was basically just like based off of a true story, but it was a TV series type of thing. But the Tinder Swindler was a docuseries, and it was like, I think it was like a movie actually. It was like a 2-hour long movie type of thing, which was really, really good. And then I started Love is Blind, which I have thoughts on Love is Blind. You guys will have to tell me what you think in the comments. I'm nowhere like near done with it. I think I'm on episode 5 already though, and I started yesterday, so that's saying something. But that is what I chose to do with my like time that I was relaxing. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that I started watching a couple of shows the past couple of days when I was like taking my little hiatus from life, basically. I wasn't really taking a hiatus because I was still like posting for my mom and stuff like that, but I was trying to be like have like a little more relaxation going on for me. All right, guys, so it is later on now, and hi, baby. And Dominic called when I was talking to you earlier, so it got interrupted, and then I filmed a whole part. I filmed the whole thing. It was honestly like a whole situation, but I ended up not being able to use it because I ended up not filming it actually, and I thought I was. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So, what I was telling you guys is that I'm frustrated because Love is Blind, hopefully I was saying this. I don't know where I left off in the last clip that you guys will have seen, but Love is Blind is frustrating me because first of all, there's a lot of people on there. It's like basically a recreation of last season's. Like they don't have anybody really, like you could literally place the characters from last season. It's still a great show, don't get me wrong. It's just frustrating because I saw 2 plus-size girls on the show, and I saw no plus-size guys now that I think of it. And it makes me so angry because I get so excited when I see these shows incorporating, you know, plus-size women because we don't ever see that. These young girls growing up don't ever get to see that there are men that are okay with plus-size women. The only way that they're ever going to see that, at least in this, maybe in my whole lifetime, honestly, is if they watch YouTubers who are plus-size and have boyfriends. Because they don't show it in movies. They do not show it unless, like, it's in the background or it's like there's just such a big spotlight put on it. I just was hoping that there would be like more of a casual, like this show would have been nice for them to, it's supposed to be Love is Blind, like it's supposed to be showcasing that your looks don't matter. So it would be nice if there was a man on there that fell in love with a woman that then they met up and the woman was plus size and he was okay with it. Like that would have been cool to see. But instead they have these other women that, and I think the cast is very good. Like the women that are on there speaking about weight issues are amazing. But the issue is, and you can't help it obviously if they don't fall in love with the plus size woman, but at the same time, like they have 2 women on there who have lost a lot of weight and like have the same story basically. They were overweight when they were younger and now they have lost like 70 pounds or something like that. And it would just be nice to see the before picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would be nice to see a man fall in love with the woman and then meet her and have her be plus size and have him be okay with that, because that happens in real life and young girls don't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that there was an option in the world for me to be okay being plus size and also have a man fall in love with me for who I am, not like for what society wants me to be. And so that's what I was saying in my last video, and I said it a lot more passionately when I filmed it last time, but now that I'm tired and I already filmed it once. So this is what you're getting. You guys are getting the shit end of the stick because it didn't record, of course. But I would love to hear what you guys think about all of this because it's just so interesting to me that, and like it's good because they show other insecurities. There's so many insecurities that don't just have to do with like weight, obviously, or being plus size. And so it's nice that they are showcasing those other things as well. But it just would be cool if one time on a show that's like, you know, a dating show, they showed a woman who, or a man even, who is plus size. Like, even The Bachelor, they have come so far with certain things, and really they haven't come very far whatsoever, to be honest. They should be so much further along with certain things. But it would be cool if they throw an actual plus-size person in there once in a while, but they don't. And it's just annoying. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to end this here. Leave me your comments if you guys have any feelings on that situation. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. If you are my chronic disliker, make sure you give a big thumbs down. I'm already assuming that you're my neighbor downstairs. You're probably not. You're definitely not, honestly. But you're probably just some random person that doesn't like my content. But make sure you give me a thumbs down, because honestly, when you don't dislike it, I kind of miss it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, you guys, I will see you guys in my next one.